What's going on, guys? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those of you stopping by, checking the replay, though, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So no topic today. I figured we just talk. That's what these live streams end up being at some point anyways. So I figured we'll just do that. And sin of the day, decided to go with the new formula of Tom Ford's Eau Mineral. It is not different at all from the previous release to my nose. So buy with confidence. If you had the previous bottle and you're like, oh, I'm worried it's not going to perform the same, or they changed the scent, it's the same. Nothing's changed in my opinion. Performs the same to me. Smells the same to me. Top, middle, dry down. So yeah, no real noticeable reformulation to me. Love the bottle too. Absolutely love the way the bottle looks for this one. I think this is the coolest looking of the signature bottles, the way this one's done. Personal preference kind of thing, right? And you know, we don't have to wait till the 10-minute mark to get into it since it's not a specific topic. So let's get caught up with the chat. I see we got a lot of people getting here in a hurry. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in. It does help. It definitely does help. So please make sure to give a thumbs up. TAC, good to see you, sir. Ferrari's bright and rolly. Later wearing greenly. Sin of the day was original vetiver. I want original vetiver. I very much still want to get original vetiver, and I will get it this year. Probably just a 50 ml. 50 ml is going to be plenty. I think next order, because I did, you know, I'm sure many of you grabbed Strong With You tobacco yesterday, as did I. Didn't sell it as fast as I thought. It took like an hour. I was surprised. But I made an order yesterday and totally slipped my mind because they have Aqua Celestia Cologne Forte in stock. Next time I order from Fragrance Buy, I'm going to grab that because I want that for this summer. That and Pacific Chill are like two of the main ones I want to rotate in and out my summer rotation. Because I tried that when I was in Tampa several weeks back, and I really liked it. So I want to grab that one at some point. Sin of the Night's original vetiver. Okay. Joel, good to see you, sir. Aqua Sextius is going to get in the rotation quite a bit this summer as well. Kaylin, good to see you. Suspiro Vibrato, thanks, better than Tigar. I've heard several people say that. I have definitely heard that before. Assad Zanzibar, definitely a great fragrance. I got to say, good release for them. Next week's going to be a clone fragrance week. Mephisto Gentle Uomo. You smell fantastic. Very fresh. Eric, good to see you. Manny, always a pleasure. Prodalome. So anybody that was looking for Prodalome Intense, speaking of, it's like 116 or 117. They got 100 mLs in stock right now. I think that's better than you're going to find it on eBay. So anybody that was looking for it. Fragrance Buy, I don't know how many bottles they have, but I saw it was in stock under new arrivals. They have it. So I did grab Narciso Rodriguez Vetiver Musk, that new release as well. I didn't grab Green Stravaganza. It doesn't interest me enough to jump on it. So I'm going to wait. I'm not in a hurry to get Green Stravaganza from Valentino. That's one of the new releases that I'm going to just pass. I'm going to hold off right now. I was interested when we looked at the note breakdown when it first got announced, but I've seen some opinions. I've seen a few, and I'm like, doesn't sound like I need to rush to get it. So maybe it's swaying me a little bit. I'll try it eventually, but I'm not like in a hurry. Whereas there's certain other ones where it's like, yes. Oh, Boss Descent Elixir. They had in stock too. Anybody like $98 for a 50 ml? It's less than I paid. I bought it for full retail for like $115 or something like that. So it is a little bit of a discount. Anybody that was looking, they haven't sold out of all the cool shit yet. Cool shit goes quick. Mas Milano Tango, Mr. M.A. Styles wearing Polo Cologne Intense. That's underappreciated. That's good stuff. Polo Blue Parfum, another great Polo fragrance. Tarathi Blue, Rosqua Cinziali Blue for your Sin of the Night. You changed your name to Jay. Is Jay your actual name? It's no longer My Celtics Blew It. Because I don't know your actual name. Is your actual name Jay? Dan, not the man. Luna Rosa Carbon. Also have a test spray of Zoologist T-Rex on my hand. Got to say, I'm really digging it. The way I've always described that one is scorched earth, heavily resinous, smoky. You got to really be into that style. It's pungent. It's in your face. Good to see you, sir. Boston Scent Magnetic, great fragrance. Kevin, always a pleasure. Man, sir, Aqua Wood. Any idea possibly get your hands on Blue Talisman? I don't know. I want to though. I definitely want to. Yeah, I've heard great things as well. Shout outs to Jason Vercher, who kind of sold me on it. Ocho didn't sell me on it. Jason Vercher sold me on it. Terrence, good to see you, sir. Cedrat Boisé and Sicily layered together. Wonder how that smells. What's up, Drew? On my way to see Kanye perform at Rolling Loud. Super excited. Sin of the day, some basic BR 540 X straight layered with Leighton. I wouldn't call that basic. That's far from basic, man. If you would have said Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, sure, that would have been a basic choice, but not BR 540 X straight and Leighton mixed. Come on, man. That's probably smells great. I'm sure it smells phenomenal. What an interesting combination. I'm not the layering type, but that's two personal favorite scent profiles of mine, especially BR 540 X straight. I prefer it to the EDP. My weekend rotation, those Percival, Side Effect, and Clive Christian Town and Country. I mean, it's killing it, sir. Sounds like you're flexing to me. I don't want to hear nothing about basic again when it comes to this kind of lineup. Okay, there's nothing basic about that, Drew. I hope you have a good time, my man. Good to see you, sir. Lolita Limpica, Green Lover, loving it. On my skin after the Mandarin notes play out, I get a spearmint chew scent. Vanilla spearmint chewy candies wafting to my nose. Good to see you, sir. Montclair La Cordie. That one's been getting talked about a little bit, and decent amount in the chat recently. Let them know, Joel. Let them know. Oh, so this is before the live even started. That's how far back I am. Flexing. Speaking of Blue Talisman, what's going on, Terrence? Yeah, banger. That's what I hear. I hear it's amazing. Good to see you, sir. Cool Water Wave. Man, speaking of fresh, the person wearing Mephisto Gentiluomo is not the only one that's wearing something mega fresh. You are as well, sir. Smooth Operator, good to see you. Digging the ink. Appreciate that. Scent of the day, Bond number 9, Wall Street. I don't think I've ever tried that one. I don't recall having smelled it. Damn, it smells good in the chat. Kosmala Neon number 4. Never tried that one either. Kicks Griffey. The Home Sport. Ross has seen finally put your nose on that Dunhill Egyptian smoke. Kicks Griffey approved. Did I? Was that in Chad's video? Because Chad had me smell a lot of fragrances. Was that the video he just put out? Because he had me try so many fragrances while we were together. Like we did like 6 or 7 videos for his channel, plus the few we did for my channel. When we had met up, we did at least 6 videos for his channel. A lot of individual review stuff because Chad loves his individual reviews. That might have been one of them. I did so many videos that in that 24-hour span because I did a bunch with Chad and then I did a handful with Dedrick. So I must have did 11 or 12 videos in that 24-hour span. A lot of recording going on. So it's kind of a blur on everything that was done. JT, good to see you, sir. I can't complain. No sin of the day, giving the skin a rest. Not a bad idea. Everybody should do that from time to time. Wearing Coco Loco, got a sample with Royale XXX. That's good stuff. Coco Loco is winning the vote for the main prize for Hall of Fame tier. We got quite the lineup for the votes for the main prizes for the 2 different main tiers. So any members that haven't gone over to vote, especially the designer tier, I think we got a bunch of bangers right there. For you guys to vote on. So, and that seems to be the few people that have said something in the thread about it are like, man, what a lineup. Good stuff. Right now, Strong With You absolutely is winning in the designer tier, which I'm surprised, but not surprised because there's a bunch of good stuff available there too. But that doesn't come in stock all that often. So I'm kind of not surprised. People are like, yeah, let's try to win that. We got MFK. We've got a 50 ml Creed Silver Mountain Water. There's some, as far as fragrances are concerned, there's some heat. So make sure you go vote, members that are eligible to vote. Anyways, what's going on, Matthew? Good to see you. Barry, a Fragheads Asylum, a nice woodsy take on Elysium. Donald, good to see you, sir. Second full wearing a Hachivat today. 5 sprays at 5 a.m. before heading to work. It's still jumping off my skin. Yeah, it's a monster. I don't. When people come at me with that batch code reformulation talk on Hachivat, I keep scrolling. I don't want to hear that because that stuff is crazy, crazy strong. The bottle I have, and it's not like I got some launch batch, Oak Moss Heavy, beast. 3 or 4 sprays, 5 if you're feeling frisky, which 5, I guess, just really works to pop off of your skin. Because 5 is kind of a lot for me, honestly. Like I've done 5 sprays with it, but it's strong stuff. Strong stuff. Good to see you, Ryan. How are you, sir? Black Anubis. My second favorite from the brand. That's a good one. Why EDP Intense. Good to see you, Cody. Very, very versatile fragrance. I sure did. And I grabbed Narciso Rodriguez Vetiver Musk. I grabbed Teriyaki, I believe is how you say it. That new Lattafa release you guys have been asking me about. I grabbed that. What else did I grab? I grabbed a few things. I ended up getting like 6 fragrances. What am I forgetting? There's one that's a clone of Boss Bottled Intense. I was like, oh, I have to try. And then the Rasasi that's like YSL Ultime Twist. Though that and the Boss Bottled Intense clone, I was like, I gotta see, because those are 2, you know, discontinued super gems that if they can get close, I want to check that out. I don't know how close they're going to be. We're going to find out. Those will warrant individual reviews, I would think. If in my first impression it's like, holy shit, this is close, they'll warrant some full review time, some real testing, you know. So we'll see. I'm actually quite excited to check those out, if I'm being honest. I'm always being honest. Notice how people say if I'm being honest or to be honest. It's kind of weird. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. Anyways, but yeah, I definitely did. Super excited to get that one in. Mind Games Veery. Man, the citron and the green notes. That is so good. I'm so happy to have a bottle of that. Sensualize. Good to see you, Barry. Happy belated birthday, sir. You had quite the birthday haul. For any of you that aren't following Barry, Barry got some serious fragrances, Aurum being one of them. Many fragrances. A lot of money was spent on Barry for his birthday. He got some good stuff. So happy belated birthday, Barry. That was what, like 2 days ago, I believe was your birthday. Society Extreme. I still want that from Juan. Both did not impress. Shout out to Fat Boy Fragrance. So that you didn't care for him, huh? See, I've heard nothing but underwhelming stuff about Green Extravaganza. The couple things I've seen, not one thing has been like, this is a great fragrance. Not one thing I've heard. So that was like, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to try it eventually. I'm going to be my own judge, but I'm not in a rush. It's like there's other things that excite me more, that if the consensus is this is not that good of a release, I'm going to hold. I don't need to rush, you know? So Society Extreme, though, not everybody likes Society, and I loved Society. I still love Society. So I got to check that one out for myself for sure. The Sillage in this chat slaps. Scent of the day, Montal, Fougères Marine. You saved it. I was about to give you a hard time about your age, talking about how the Sillage slaps. I was about to say, for real, bruh, bet it's on God. You're not going to lie. For real, for real. See how stupid that sounds? I'm just messing with you, man. You smell great, I got to say, and I'm happy to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Let's see. They're everywhere right now. I told you guys the other day, because it's spring break. Every 20-year-old in the world is here right now, it seems like. And they're in groups of 4 and 5, and they're all going to my gym. They're all going to Chipotle, because a couple times I subbed out some meals to make Chipotle happen. I'm in line with all the broccoli heads with the dangling earring and shit, crop top. They cut their shirts in the crop tops. Now I know what the old men thought of us with baggy stuff. Now I know I feel like such an old man when I look at these 20-year-old kids. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such an old guy. They all look so stupid. Is it just me? Because I get hated on for how I dress, so it's only natural that I'm like, that's the style now? You're crop topping? Everybody's Ezekiel Elliott now? God. Obviously, I'm having some fun because I could care less how anybody dresses. But I see that and I just have a giggle because it's like I totally get what the old men thought of us, because I'm an old man now, when we were 19 and 20. Granted, the style wasn't exactly the same, but clothes were baggier. Shorts were longer. It's a different time. It's come around to where above the knee, mid thigh is the thing again, like the 70s. It's funny how everything makes a circle, right? Gucci Guilty Elixir. I have carded samples that Terrence sent me, which I think different Terrence, because we got more than one Terrence. We got 3 or 4 Terrences in this chat, actually, that one of the Terrences sent me, and I haven't sprayed them yet. Why are these newbies on YouTube giving out bad fragrance advice, how to store and wear colognes? I don't know what you're referring to, my man. Where are they telling you to store them? I hope they're not saying in your bathroom. That's not a good idea. As long as they're out of light and it's an air-conditioned room. I mean, these LED lights, they're not high UV, because you don't want UV light. That'll turn them. That'll help turn them faster. They'll make them spoil quicker if you got UV light all the time. On an LED, it doesn't project UV. So, but I'm curious what you're referring to, because I haven't been seeing what you're talking about. You think of Interlude Black Iris. I got it the other day, and holy-ish, we'll say. It's strong and stays on long. Well, it's Amouage, man. They're powerhouses. I got to say, they're all powerhouses. I've always thought it was the best of the 3. I've had decants of all 3 versions of Interlude. None of them made me feel like I needed a bottle. That's why I don't own a bottle. But if I was going to get one, Black Iris I found to be the most interesting, lowest amount of oregano, which I don't mind the oregano note that's prominently featured in the DNA, but it kind of, I never find myself in the mood to want to wear that. You know, that's why I don't own a bottle. Sauvage Elixir is a phenomenal fragrance. Okay, so your name is Jay. There we go. With Jay, nice to finally hear your name. I'm Ross. Nice to meet you. Leo, good to see you. Ooh, Lazuli, my wife was so happy when I handed her that bottle. She sprayed it on immediately. I can't get out of my head. It's like a spicier Neroli Portofino. It's really damn good. That is such a great fragrance. She loves it. I knew she was going to want it because she loves Neroli Portofino. Good to see you, Sarah Polo Deep Blue. Noel, good to see you broadcasting live from the new house. Congrats. Cheers to your new house. Closed on the house with my fiance today. Guess what my sin of the day was for that? I'm going to say Second Soul. I think that's a safe bet. You might surprise me and say Evening Mystique, but you wear Second Soul way more. Aquawood is indeed very nice. You got to love the FHA loans, huh? I'm having a great week, Enrique. I hope you're having a great week as well. Bleecker Street from Bond number 9, some good stuff. Luis, good to see you. Thanks for having me on your drive home, my man. Wearing Sedley, you smell great. Prodalome Intense. We mentioned that one a little while ago. And Pacific Woods is good stuff, man. It really is. I quite like that one. Rafe, good to see you, my man. Ooh, wearing Orage. It's so good. Wish it lasted a bit longer. I don't remember clocking it. I don't know how long it lasted on me that one time I sprayed it. I need to revisit it because I do have a box sample that they gave me. Cannabis Santal. I've never tried that. Ethan, good to see you wearing Coco Loco. Kix Griffey. Yeah, it was a Chad video. He said it was your jam. You can thank me now. I mean, I've watched so many. I've done so many videos with him during that time. I don't even remember what all we did because he's spacing them out, you know, because that was first week of February. We're in the middle of March. You know, that was, you know how many videos, how much content I've been involved in and or recorded or live streamed since then. And that day was a lot of content. So, yeah. I haven't checked. Let me look real quick. I know he's waiting on the fillers to do some things, get some stuff ready. It's in stock on the website right now. It's in stock. I didn't know he was out of stock. He didn't say nothing to me about it. It's been like 2 days since I talked to him, but yeah, it shows it's in stock right now. Armani Code Profumo just got Baby Cat today. Love it. Rifaka is very close. Alexandria's Tomcat's even closer. Noted. What's up, Dan? Arabia Prestige. Citrus. Ooh, it's a Drapoise with that Aventus Birch. Ooh, bet that is good. Another one wearing Polo Deep Blue Parfum. We got a few people in the chat wearing that. Philip Klein, No Limits. A true Alberto Marias Jim. Good to see you, Paul. I saw your comment about how I'm going to love it. I'm going to check it out soon. So Tuesday, we have Mike from Day 3 going to do a live stream with us. So chat smells immaculate today. Hell yeah. Creed Aventus Cologne. Excellent choice. Looks like Coco Loco's winning. Don't mind a backup bottle. My girl and I love it. I'm waiting for summertime to roll that one. I'm so seasonal. And it's such a festive tropical fragrance. And the cardamom really brightens up and gives vibrance to that bowl of fruits thing it's got going on at the top. I just love it. I don't think it's too sweet for summer. I mean, hell, I wear La Bola Parfum in the dead of summer. So I'm pretty excited to wear that one in the summer. I'm just so seasonal with my fragrances. MFK 724 clone, Genius Man, Society clone, Aston by the Seashore, Beach clone, and Cherry Smoke clone. Noted. Spicy Cactus 17. Welcome. We tried Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana, milky lactonic vanilla and musk. Nico, I've never even heard of that one. Might have to look into it. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Noted. Blue Noir Parfum. Go Heels. Go Heels indeed, my man. Go Heels. Blue Noir Parfum. You beautiful iris fragrance. And where everyone takes offense and everything, brave, stunning, and brave. Sorry if I offended anyone with that. I mean, you heard my rant a minute ago. If there's any 20-year-olds in here besides Fragrance Fraternity, which I think is like 22, which I know he gets my sense of humor. He knows I'm joking, but somebody might get offended by what I said and not take it lighthearted like it was intended. You never know. No, I'm not. I'm not doing all up here, man. Now, I am planning on tying into the chest here, but I'm not going up my neck. I'm good on that. I'll pass. Don't care if I get my throat done. Needling my damn Adam's apples a no-go for me. Yeah, I'm sure that's not fun. Yeah, I don't plan on doing anything around here. No face tattoos and shit. Like, I'm not that guy. No, I'm not interested in any of that. We're at 50%. Let me click refresh because I'm showing 3 likes because I haven't refreshed since we started. Let's see what we're working with here. 71 likes, 131 viewers. We're definitely better than that. I mean, we've got a great group here. I know you guys are better than that. Come on now. Little click that thumbs up for me. Even if you're not enjoying the chat, because if you're here, you're here. You're enjoying something anyways, right? So, I need therapy. Rosh's mustache, EDP, I haven't wore that in so long. Justin wore that last week. I saw in his rotation. I can make that happen. He's back home for a little while now. He's done traveling abroad for a bit. I can make that happen. Maybe do something next week. If you guys want George on, we could talk about, because there's a new release coming right around the corner. Just waiting on the fillers to pre-sale, for the spring release. So that's all he's waiting on. He's waiting on the fillers, which it's not just that. He's got other stuff he needs to, restock on. So, and go ahead and get that summer release ready. So, if you guys want him on, I can always make that happen. I mean, hell, he might be bored right now. It's 5:21. I can text him. I mean, it's just a random, we don't have a topic today anyway. And I told him, anytime I don't have a topic, just let me know and you can come jump on, or after the topic. But in this situation, we don't have a topic. So take your time, StreamYard. I'm trying to send him the link, and StreamYard's taking its good old sweet time loading on my web browser. There we go. I said, your presence is requested by my audience. So we'll see if he shows up. If he's busy, he won't respond to my text right now. So we'll see. Coach high school football, so I give the kids shit all the time. I can only imagine. I think that's why me and you get along, because we constantly fuck with each other. I noticed Fragbot dropped the ball on the notification the other day. I ordered mine around 1:30, but didn't get. Yeah, I didn't get the email till way after I ordered it. I just went check. Thank God I went check, because it was right before lunch, or right after lunch. It was right around the same time, I think, as you. Like right around the same time as you is when I made that order, actually. Hell, I can tell you, let me look at my confirmation email. I think we ordered right about the same time. That's kind of funny. And I got the email later on. Let's see. 12:16, which would be 1:16 Eastern. So literally 14 minutes before you. So right around the same time. Yeah. 14 minutes before you made your order, I made mine. So you lied. You said you would never go in that Chipotle in Florida again. You know how long ago that was? Kevin, is this your first live stream in the last 6 months? You know how long ago? Yeah, I had bad experiences the first couple times I went, but I'm actually tight with the general manager. There's several employees that know me as a regular, so if they're working the line, as soon as they see me, they start making my bowl. Yeah, it's very different from the time frame you're talking about. You're talking about the end of last summer. So a lot has changed in the 7 or 8 months since what you're talking about. A lot has changed. And at least once a week, I still try to go where I'll instead of my pre-workout meal, I'll have a slightly larger breakfast, just have one meal before I go to the gym, because I'm supposed to have 2 meals. And instead of my post-workout meal, I kind of combine that second and third meal together to get my brown rice, pinto, double chicken, and fajita vegetables, half a scoop of green chili salsa. It's about 700 calories, very well balanced. I'm still in a deficit by doing this. Like, I'm still around the same caloric intake. So like you got to balance it if you're going to do stuff like that. And you can't throw garbage food in there with it. You still got to be some clean eating. I have no idea what you're talking about. No clue, my man. I'm going to test some imaginary author samples I got when I get home. Cool Water Intense. Good for the gym. That's a beast for the gym. That'll be me. Okay. I wasn't sure which Terrence. This Terrence. Because I got like 3 or 4 Terrences. So yeah, I did open it. And I saw you sent me 2 of them. I appreciate that. It was very nice of you. So I'm going to keep 1 to sniff on. And 1 will go in next month's mystery package. So you've contributed to the next round of mystery package, because that would be cool for somebody to get in their mystery package. So I appreciate that one, man. I still have Randy sent me a couple of things. I got that from you. I'm still supposed to do plum and cognac, which I have right here. So I think maybe tomorrow's stream, actually, I think we'll do all of those. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow, because we haven't done a decant sniffing in like 2 weeks. So I think we'll do that tomorrow. The Level Rose 31 also took delivery of Juice Box Feel and Chill today in prep for the upcoming spring season. John gifted a membership. I sure appreciate that. I wonder who got it. We aren't too old to wear snapbacks and sneakers. They're just appropriating our OG fit. Preach, my brother. I'm right there with you, man. Yeah, I get flack all the time because I'm 39 and I'm not supposed to dress like this. Literally get comments all the time, and it's always they say 12 or 15. It's always one or the other. 15-year-olds look nothing like me now. 15-year-olds look like when I was 15, like this. Closer to that then, not 15-year-olds now. I just described the modern 15 to 20-year-olds a minute ago. They don't dress like me. So, out of touch corny whites. Said it in my Instagram post. It's out of touch corny whites that like to clown the way I talk, the way I dress. Passed on it. Waiting to see and hear reviews since Strong With You line is iffy for me. That's fair. Not everybody's going to be super excited about it. Ooh, yeah. In many ways, yes. They use the quality iris oil because it's quite earthy. It smells more like violet than super powdery iris. It's very woodsy, a little smoked. It's elegant. It's classy. It's a very dressy fragrance. I don't think it's a great daytime casual wear. The other 2 are better for that. But that's a more dressy, slightly evening appropriate type of fragrance. It's got some elegance to it. Very well done. Very well done. Just got Bonnie today at a discounted price using your code LOVETHEMANGO. Me too, my man. That's some good stuff. Zanzibar, everything else can wait. All good. There's certain things I really wanted. Like Vetiver Musk, I was able to get the 50 ml, and I really want to check that out because I really like the Blue Noir line and what Narciso Rodriguez has been putting out. And then, of course, I love the Strong With You line. So it's iffy for Giancarlo, not for me. I love every release they've put out, even Only, and it's my least favorite. So I'm super excited about this one. Give me that DNA plus tobacco. It could be a home run to me. So we'll see. I'm excited. Like, not everybody likes Strong With You Amber, the last release. I love it. I think it's phenomenal. Not appropriate right now for this weather. Most of them are cooler weather, but it's a great fragrance. It was Second Soul. I had a feeling. I've tried Eau de Soleil Blanc. That's the only one, though. Beautiful sunscreen coconut kind of smell. We got a ton of fragrances in this house that smell similar to it, both in my collection and my wife's collection. That's the only reason we don't have a bottle, because that's something we would share. I like that fragrance too. Hope all is well. Recently got Sauvage Parfum, which is amazing. Totally agree. Also, have you tried Oud Wonder by Fragrance World? It's a brilliant oud wood clone. Scent of the day was Dylan Blue. Great scent of the day. And no, I have not tried that clone. I have not. But yeah, Sauvage Parfum, that's my favorite, Sauvage. Right there with you, man. It's beautiful. Great fragrance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. 10-4. Got my hands on Vetiver Delight, and it smells great. Unfortunately, my wife loves it as well, and it now resides in her closet. I mean, that kind of stuff happens. Take it from me. I really like Montal Rose's Musk. That didn't even last an hour in my room. As soon as she smelled it, mine. Okay, babe. I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not hurting for a fragrance. She can take whatever the hell she wants. Kara, good to see you. Ooh, intense to Drapoise, 12-hour shifts and still smelling it. I bet. That stuff's nuclear on me. Did your nose wear out to it early on? Because mine does. It's so potent, my nose wears out pretty quick, and then it'll come back to life later and it smells like it just sprayed it, like halfway through the wearing. No, I haven't tried that one from them. What's it like? Let me know. I was never a huge fan of it. It doesn't smell bad to me. It's been a while since I've sniffed it. It just never sparked the, ooh, I'd love to get this in my head. It's been a couple of years since I've smelled it. I remember kind of a baby wipes kind of thing with it, which is kind of not necessarily off-putting, but unique enough to where it's like, do I really want to smell like this? That's what I remember thinking. So it's like I never got around to getting a bottle because it doesn't seem like something I need or would gravitate to wanting to wear. Hawaiian Punch 72. Super's Budapest Endless Sea. Sounds aquatic. Not familiar with it, but sounds aquatic. Love your avatar. What character is that? That's a familiar looking character. Drawing a blank though. Now price is even lower. That's a steal of a fragrance already. Got great projection for an hour and got wafts for about 4 hours after. Now it's a skin scent at 8 hours, still barely there. Not complaining. All fragrances have their place. Well said. Really hope Invictus Parfum stock soon somewhere. A soapy Invictus sounds great for daily use. I'm definitely going to get it. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be one I'll probably just buy from Rabanne. It's weird to just say Rabanne and not say Paco Rabanne, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Rabanne. What's wrong with Paco Rabanne? It's like if they change it from Issey Miyake to Miyake. They didn't do that, did they? Sounds like something they might do. Don't just change it to Miyake. Issey Miyake just rolls off the tongue better. Or changing to Gaultier instead of Jean-Paul Gaultier. You know. See, they don't sound the same when you just drop it to the last name. Been some time since I caught a stream. Youp Homme Le Parfum, absolute steal. I'm not familiar with the conversion, but I would assume it's very cheap. And for me, it was very cheap. And I agree, it's a very great steal of a fragrance. Powerhouse, sweet, beautiful, buttery iris that goes into a powdery iris. It's magnificent. It's the best version of Youp to me, of Youp Homme. Good to see you, sir. Zamaya Sharaf blend. Great angel share twist. Not very seasonal. Maybe I should be. LOL. I just control the sprays and the heaviest. Oh, whatever works for you, roll with it. It's just the way I am. I don't encourage everybody to be as seasonal as I am because stuff you really love might just sit on the shelf. Because like there's things that I love in the spring that I only wear in the spring. And then there's stuff I want strictly for the summer and I'll only touch them in the summer. It's kind of like creating a system to kind of deal with the chaos because it's a lot of fragrances over there, you know, plus all the ones on the desk behind me and everything. I still need to order another shelf to put over there because I want to clear up some of the stuff because this is all fragrances right here. And you guys have seen behind me. So I want to, I don't really have much shelf space over there. And I don't want to take down my display stuff, the trophies and the statue figures and all that stuff. I don't want to pull them down to put fragrances there. So I need to get another shelf because I did start using the bottom two shelves on there. Happy days. Since it was finally in the 70s, they wore Sedley, then Dior Homme Cologne. Grab a bottle of Perseus this Saturday. I still need to get a decan of that. I want to try that. Good afternoon, Amber Dominicano. Ambar, I believe is how you say that. Dominicano from day 3. The very close second to Blonde Amber. I agree. I just turned 21. There you go. Thank you, Nico. Again, every time I'm picking or fucking with somebody, it's lighthearted stuff in here, which all of you regulars, I would think, understand that by now, but you never know. Somebody watching the replay might get offended. Or somebody that's, quietly lurking, that's not talking in the chat might get offended. You never know. It's just me joking around. Like I said, I could give a shit less how people dress because I wish people would give a shit less about how I dress because I'm going to continue to dress the way I like. Smells like a sugar cookie. Has a lot of hype on the women's review channels. Noted. Yeah, I haven't heard of it. Like Iris, a great long-lasting scent. Love it. Rasasi, It's Essential. Pretty close. That's the one that's Ultime. I just ordered that. I'm going to check it out myself. I haven't really looked into them. I saw they have them in stock. I'm 29. I figured you were younger than that, but I love when Ross gives me shit. Just mean he likes me. That's exactly right. I think the word slap has him triggered by all the spring breakers invading his gym. It's groups of them. Every time I walk into the gym, there's a line of them with day passes in their hand for them filling out all the forms. I just sigh every time because think about this. And any of you that are regulars at the gym and have loads of these dudes at your gym, totally get where I'm coming from. They're all doing the same thing because they're all there together. If it's a group of 5, let's say they're using the cable crossovers and there's only one set. You know how long they're going to be there in between stopping to flex muscles they didn't build yet? You know how many people are flexing in the mirror that I want to go by and say, you forgot step 1, pimping. What's that, sir? Build muscle. I see dudes flexing that have yet to build anything. Look, I get it. I want to flex in the mirror and shit too. I post pictures on the internet and stuff like that. And I am in no way some phenomenal physique. But build a little muscle first before you hitting these poses in your white beater. Come on now. And they take forever. They take forever, man, because they're not there to just like hit it and move on to the next thing because it's a squad. There's no way they could be quick. It's a group of 5 people. I think back to when we were 15, 16, and it was 4 of us together. It was the same thing. But there wasn't social media and take pictures on your phone and shit back then. We just have a conversation. But we still try to keep a decent pace. But you got to be locked into training when you train. I understand in between sets doing a little something. That's what I do too. I get it. But man, they could take forever with a group of 4 or 5. Having a training partner or even maybe 2 training partners, I think is like 2 training partners is probably like pushing it to get a workout in a decent amount of time. You start getting into 4 and 5 people in your group, y'all gonna be there a long ass time. If you're really training to do something, you're gonna be there a long time with that many people. That's a squad to train with. So you lose a pump waiting on the next set. To Jay's comment, I have my throat done. The pain is not bad. The sternum hurts worse. So I wasn't planning on doing the sternum. It's going to be more upper pec. Definitely not going anywhere near the nipple. Not interested. Never been interested in nipple piercings. Never been interested in tattooing around the nipple. Like the Bloodline, how they all have their Polynesian tattoos and they literally go over the nipple on the pec part. Like Jey Uso, Jimmy, Roman, all of them. Yeah, I think Rock got his over his nipple too for his part. And I'm like, God. And my tattoo artist told me, oh yeah, the nipple hurts like a son of a bitch. Damn, like I can't imagine sitting through that because my hands were horrible. I can't imagine the nipple tats. Like that's part of a tat, but that just sounds awful. Sour Patch Red Berry. I'm drinking the blue one. Cheers to you, sir. I have. Ooh. It's more of an in the moment thing because it's like every time I get a new one, it's like, all right, this is my favorite. Because the rose that goes into the lion was my favorite. Then I got the NWO logo on my hand. It's like, all right, this is my new favorite. And then right after that, we went right into the tropical one. And it's like, holy shit, okay, that's my favorite. This is so, but I think this really is my favorite because this is so my favorite that I'm not going to do anything here because I don't want to take away any of the focus from this one. When in about another week, I'm going to get yellow, orange, and red sunburst on the sun, and I'm not going to do any other color. I was going to maybe do some color on some of the flowers. We discussed maybe doing it, but I like the way they look, just black and gray. So we're literally just going to do a sunburst for the sunset, and that's it. No, not coloring the water, just the sun. But next time I do something, it's going to be coming over the shoulder, around the tattoo for my dad, coming around the shoulder, right on the trap and collarbone, down into the chest. I still haven't completely decided. Like, I know what I want to do on the chest here. Like, I never talk about what tattoo I'm doing until I do it. Because I get asked, like, what are you doing next? I know what I want to do here. As far as the tie-in, I don't know what I'm planning on doing yet. It's more I'm going to have a conversation with Adrian and be like, here's what I'm thinking. Because he freehanded all this. Here's what I'm thinking. And he drew all of this on me. This is all freehand work. This entire tattoo. I love my tattoo artist. Adrian's so good. He's the only person that will put ink on me moving forward. Love Adrian. I told him the other day, I'm basically becoming a canvas for him because like he's done all but the old tattoos, you know, all the forearm stuff. He's done all of it. What's that one inspired by? Which one? What are we talking about? Just sprayed deja vu. Evening, everyone. Hope it's been a good one. Grey Vetiver Parfum. I smelled that with Nathan. I talked to Nathan yesterday. It was great to hear from him. Paragon Fragrance. Hadn't talked to him in a while. Talked to him on the phone for a little bit. It's been a few months. Aside from messages when I was about to get a play button because he generated one with the TLTG logo on it for me to put in the thumbnail to use on the live stream when we unboxed the play button. That's like the last time I talked to Nathan was like November. So it was good to hear from him. Always ready for GZ. He's busy or something because he hasn't texted me. I don't think he has. Yeah, he hasn't texted me because my phone's on silent. And I'm not wearing my watch right now because ink's healing. And he's not backstage. So I guess he's not going to be able to make it. George is great. I need to skip ahead. I'm so far behind. Youpla Parfum, Mahir Legacy. Never tried that one. Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud Azrak. Never tried that one. Youp Homme Le Parfum. I know you heard me talk about a minute ago. And Mahir Legacy, I think, is a slightly spicier take on Sedley. That's a beautiful fragrance, too. If we're talking about Mahir Legacy Silver, anyways. The black one I haven't tried. Mahir Legacy, the black bottle. Not everybody loves Raymond, but everybody loves GZ. There you go. Same. I ordered exactly 131 there. So we all ordered around the same time. So, okay, it's everybody talking about George. So, ooh, what a great question. Before I skip ahead, I want to talk about this. What a great question. Acqua di Gio Profumo or Oud Mineral for a suit. Both great options. What a great question. That's tough. That's tough. I think this is more interesting where Acqua di Gio is more appealing to others. I think this would be more, one of those kind of moments. More so than, ooh, you smell great. This would be a, what is that? Because it's not necessarily a, ooh, you smell great. You might get that. My wife, literally, it's funny that we're talking about this, said, I smell like a man that's been outside doing yard work. Because I asked her, I said, what do you think of this? And I leaned my neck in. She said, not that it's bad, which here we go. Here comes the it's bad. But you smell like, and she stopped herself and she said, it smells like a man that's been doing yard work outside. It smells like outside. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's good or bad, but the face she made, it was kind of like a little off-put, but intrigued at the same time. So. And I said, yeah, it's not for everybody. She said, it's definitely not for everybody. She said, I bet you love it. I said, yeah, I do. She said, Justin too, huh? I said, yep. She knew it because she relates a lot of Tom Fords to Justin. So, yeah, sure enough. Yeah, me and Justin both do love it. So, wife's not a big fan, clearly not a fan of this one. But if it's me, if it's my wife picking, she would pick Profumo easily. But for me, it's this because it's a little bit more interesting. God, you can't go wrong with Acqua di Gio Profumo, though. Man, that's a great, mass-appealing designer aquatic that dresses up so well. It really is. So, all right. We're going to skip ahead a good bit because I'm super far behind. Kajira, good to see you, my man. See if we're coming, rocking down off Cool Water. We got 2 people in the chat wearing Cool Water Wave. Good to see you, my man. He's planning on making one. Not yet. He has the individual 3 ml samples with the sprayers now because he used to do 2 ml samples that you had to dab on. People hating on your swag, just jealous because they have to wear a tie too tight around the neck every day. Haters in the building. That's hilarious. Oh, moderators, he said haters in the building. I don't know if he literally means there's somebody in the chat. Moderators, please handle that because I'm skipping ahead. Let's see. Oh, it's all the time. Like I said, and I have no problem saying it. That's why I put it in writing on a post. Corny white dudes. And I had one say, you talk about corny, you do this, and they want to try to turn it back on me. No, you corny motherfuckers. It's you. You know, black comedians, that white guy voice they do to me, that's y'all motherfuckers. Y'all who we talking about. Me, them, y'all. Y'all are corny. Not, and I don't mean y'all watching. I'm talking about the dude that replied back, and I put his ass on blast in my stories. And it wasn't just him. He was just the first one, so he was the one that got blasted. It happens almost daily, guys. Happens almost daily. I'm not supposed to dress the way I dress, look the way I look. Yeah, people are weird. Carne asada, that's random. Oh, well, you asked about Chipotle. No, I always get chicken. Oh, no, I don't use any beard products. I guess it shows because I have some scragglers here and there. I just kind of got to keep it tight here and there, which I need to trim it, actually. Funny to say that. I need to, because I started trimming the top a little bit more because people were on me so much about fading my beard in more. So I started doing that a while back a bit more. And it's like, they were right. It does look better, I got to say, instead of full on sideburns into a beard, so I do need to tighten it up a little bit. So, all right, scrolling down because I'm just so far behind. Michael Gassaway, my favorite IFBB pro. Good to see you, sir. I'm seeing an affiliate link on your link tree for day 3. So I don't have an affiliate link. He created TLTG 20 just to hook you guys up. I don't get a kickback or anything from it. It's good for 2 weeks as of the stream the other day. So you just use TLTG 20. There's no affiliate link. Just day3fragrances.com. Yeah, there's no affiliate. All right. A great week in temps for 70s. Yeah, it's been nice out here. It's definitely been nice out here. Can anyone offended please make themselves known so you know how much a pile of cream. Come on now. Do what makes you happy. The haters can kick rocks. It's none of their business. What do you think the average age is of your stream? I'm 20. Welcome, Jeffrey. I would say on average it's because I actually have like TAC that was at the very beginning of the chat. He's just celebrated his 55th wedding anniversary. I was very impressed. I was like, wow, we have a pretty good age gap, and he watches me. I appreciate him even more knowing that. And then I would say more than likely a lot of people that are in like the 28 to 38 range is, if you look at my demographic on my analytics, that's the highest percentage, especially on the male side, which I have been garnering more female viewers lately, Kara being one of them. And I've been seeing more in the comments and stuff like that. And the percentage has gone up to like 8% of my audience when it used to be 4%. So that is a sizable increase from 4% to 8%. But majority it's like in that 25 to 35 demographic, according to the actual analytics. So I would say it's probably like 28 to 38 realistically is kind of that 10-year gap of majority if you average it out. Because I have people that are older than that. I have people that are younger than that, such as yourself. I mean, I haven't seen Kellen in a little bit, but Kellen's like, he was 15. I don't know when his birthday is. He might be 16 by now. Contrell, I haven't seen him in a while. He was 15. I've had some teenagers in here too. Gems, what's going on, my man? Bites Harmony. Okay. I'll stop playing on the phone while they're working out. I'm guilty of that too, Robert. I'm guilty of that too in between sets, but I'm also by my damn self, and I'm there to really, I train hard as shit when I'm in my sets. So I need to take a good 2 minutes in between, and then I keep it pushing. Because I have a very specific workout regimen that I have to do. You get 4 to 5, they need to be rotating on 2 to 3 machines. I mean, that doesn't seem to happen, though. They all just kind of hang. They're all wearing extremely cut-sleeved shirts or white beaters. Now, at Chipotle is where I've been seeing the crop tops. These are dudes going to the beach and stuff. They're not at the gym. But the ones at the gym are wearing typical gym attire. And it's not like I'm seeing dudes in pajamas with Crocs, like the new meme, pajamas and Crocs. I haven't been seeing that. I'm not saying I never see that. I've seen some like locals that have done that. But as far as the day pass guys that are coming right now, no. They're just wearing typical, you know, go train sleeveless and tank top and stuff like that with the thigh high shorts and shit like that. And all wearing the Nike Blazers or Vans, which I got Blazers and Vans too. I can't say nothing. Love my Vans. I was training some Vans today. Good to see you, Eau Givre. Beautiful fragrance. I used to live with a group of 4, and I used to split us into 2 groups and had one group do one exercise while the other group did something else and then switch. Took way too long otherwise. It was the same thing when me and we used to have a group of 4 before me and my dad were like, it was me and my dad when I got away from just training with my friends and I would just train with my dad. When it was the 4 of us, man, we would take forever, and we didn't have none of the distractions of today. None of it. We had the mirror, we had the weights, we had conversation. That's what we had. Big moment in time for me, man. I miss that so much. Body Elite Fitness. Got about the part where the teens never put the weights back. Now, I can't speak on the group of visitors, but the regulars don't have that issue at my gym. Didn't have that issue at my other gym either. I was at a different gym over here previously. And I haven't had that issue, especially here at this gym I'm at. There's a lot of competitors and coaches and stuff. Coaches, trainers, and competitors at the gym. Like, I love the atmosphere of the gym I'm at now. This is locally, that's the bodybuilders gym where I'm at now. So a lot of arsenal equipment and everything. Like, they're expanding right now. They just expanded 2 more rooms. Like, it's getting huge too. They're getting more equipment in and everything. I already got a good amount of equipment, new, like mostly arsenal equipment. Like I was saying, not a whole lot of hammer strength, but arsenal equipment. And it's all about the atmosphere for me, and it's the right atmosphere. I gotta say, I love the gym I'm at now. I didn't hate where I was at before, but it wasn't my scene. They did have the pit outside and everything, which is cool, but they also had like the calisthenics group, doing the bar where they flip around and shit, like the gymnastics kind of stuff. So they would blare their own music out there because, members' phones run the music out there. So it kind of eliminated that for me. Like, if I can hear your music blaring over my headphones that I have full blast, my over-the-ear headphones, it's like, man, that's miserable for me. So I would take it inside. And it was good. I had a lot of great workouts over there, and I met a couple cool people. But once I walked into this new gym, I was just frustrated one day. And I was like, let me go check out the other gym, because it was between the two when I moved here. And when I walked in there, signed up. Within 5 minutes, I signed up, and I went back and canceled my other membership because it was month to month. I signed a contract where I'm at now. It's like, yeah, this is the spot for me. I love it at my new gym. Wrestlers voluntarily take chairs to the face and then take a bump. Thumbtacks. You have to be a certain kind of mindset. Ink for pain. Ink on sensitive parts is playtime for those guys. That's fair. That is very fair. How much further back am I? I'd like to. I haven't looked into it. I heard of it. I would like to, though. Definitely open to it. The Anthony Joshua tie-in. I'm not familiar. What's up, Randy? Wearing Hawass Ice today. Subs chose it for me to wear. Hope you're doing great. I can't complain. You smell great. I don't know how you feel about the fragrance. I think it smells great. Let's see. 70 degrees in PA. Wearing Profondo. Great choice. Supposed to wear a dozen sprays of red tobacco. Oof. Antonio, I see you using the wife's profile again. Huge haul. Green Neroli Sauvage. Neroli Sauvage is in Creed Neroli Sauvage. La Isa Blanca. GTW. It's GTW. Pico Valle Dama. That sounds familiar. I want to say I've heard of that. What is that? Can I wear a scent to a funeral, something soapy and clean? I mean, you can. I wouldn't want to do anything to stand out at a funeral. Maybe not the best setting to try to flex a great scent. Maybe something subdued and clean, like you're saying. Yeah. Not really the place. Oh, you smell great. I wouldn't really be looking for that at a funeral going to pay respects. I would definitely wear something that's more subdued into myself. So if they, going in for hugs, seeing people, sure, you'll smell nice when they embrace you, but you don't want to hit them from several feet away. That's just my thoughts. Enjoyed your vacation video. Shout out to Randy and his cruise. Why couldn't I think of the word cruise? I know he went on a cruise recently. We get a lot of wears this upcoming spring and summer. That is kind of my 2 favorite Tom Fords, besides Ombre Leather. Costa Azura and Oud Mineral, especially the Costa Azura Parfum is my favorite. I wear the Aqua the most, but Parfum's my favorite. Jonathan, good to see you. 9 a.m. Dodge, great fragrance. I appreciate that. Thank you, my man. No fragrance today, but here for the good combo as always. Sean, I appreciate that. People just weird and worried about everything other than themselves. Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm in a monetized space. Thank you for the attention. I am not a victim. I am thriving. Thank you. Not familiar. I believe that AEW is going to. I saw your message. They have to. You can't sign Mercedes Moné to the ridiculous money I know she was asking for and not prominently feature your women's division. Like, I was waiting for Britt Baker's music to hit, especially when she was going to do the DMD with the CEO. She said C, and then she moved her arm back. EO. I thought she was about to do like Britt Baker does DMD, because Britt Baker's been out with injury for a while. I'm so ready for Britt Baker to come back. Obviously, it's going to be a Willow Nightingale feud, because that's how she got hurt in New Japan, was with Willow. They already set that up last night. But, man, I want to see Mercedes and Britt Baker, just like I wanted to see Saraya and Britt Baker. And it's going to be the same thing, because Saraya came in babyface and then turned heel. But Saraya became irrelevant fast. Mercedes Moné is not going to become irrelevant, but she's such a good nasty bitch heel. She is. She's not a good babyface. Like, that's great. Come out. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for having my back for the last 2 years and following me and helping me do this. All for it. But I need that heel turn pretty quick, Mercedes. I need that heel turn, because she's an all-time great women's heel. Mount Rushmore women's heel. So, yeah, because she's a nasty heel. That's what we need. I'm ready for that heel turn sooner than later. And it might even happen in the first feud. I hope it happens in the first feud, because Willow Nightingale is such a huge babyface. That I don't know. I don't think anything stacks. I think somebody asked Mike that in the live chat when he made the code, and I could have swore he said no, nothing stackable. You can try, but I think I remember him saying no. Notification earlier, haven't responded yet, so that would be funny. Ooh. That's kind of tough, but one that I actually like that I don't think anybody else recommends for summer nights is Infrared Eau de Parfum. Eau de Toilette. Spice Bomb Infrared, the EDT. I think with its aromatic brightness and the sweetness isn't cloying, it's not a heavy fragrance. It's actually an airy, sweet, spicy fragrance. I think I've always thought from the first time I smelled it, Spice Bomb Infrared EDT, I think is underappreciated for how good it is in summer evenings. I've said it from the start. That's one that, surprisingly, I recommend. Appreciate that, Leo. Thank you, sir. 31. Sin of the day, Coral Fantasy. Everybody's throwing their age in there. Now I know how far back I am still. I appreciate that, Clinton. Terrence is 40. Oh, TAC. He's still here. Born in 43. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate you. I really do. So Terrence is 47. I'm 39, for those that didn't know. And apparently I dress like a 15-year-old, is what I'm told often. 12, 14, 15. And I don't think I've ever heard any older than that. I think that's the three most used numbers that are thrown at me is 12, 14, and 15. Yeah. Ooh, an aquatic beast for the summer. Well, I saw somebody say they don't get beastly performance out of it, but it's a beast on me. Just throwing it out there. It is a good release from them. I don't think it needs to be a hype monster, but I understand why it will be, and I understand why some will get it and be underwhelmed. That's what happened with regular side. This is really good. It is very aquatic, salted coconut, watery. It smells like roasted tonka beans in the dry down to me. The incense and the tonka, that's what I get from it. It smells like roasted tonka beans. I wore it a couple days ago. I already did a full review. I like it. I'm going to wear it again next week. I will wear it again next week for sure. It's good. Atimo, good stuff. The Boz. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. I'm old as fuck, but still act like I'm 35. Hell yeah. Old man group. Sauvage Eau de Parfum. Great choice, you old bastard. You're not supposed to wear that. You're old. That's for the young guys. No man should be in a crop top. Well, blame Ezekiel Elliott. He made that hot. Love to get a workout in with you one of these days. I get pretty intense, and your vlog showed me you get hit the pit hard. And look, that's just a little bit. Like, I don't film my whole workouts, and maybe not even the hardest set every time, but I'm all about training. Training's the fun part. The hard part's the diet. We would have a great workout. Obviously, you're much stronger than I am, but boy, if you would catch me when I'm bulking, I'd try to keep up with you. I wouldn't keep up with you, but I'd try to. I'm a strong son of a bitch for my 5'7" frame. I am not in a deficit. I mean, I'm still relatively strong, but not as strong as I was when I was eating more calories. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Maybe one day, my man. Maybe one day. The Boz, 46. Thank you, sir. Guy in the gym noticed my sin of the day, which is why I sell loan. He seemed real chill at first, but then became a hoe because if it wasn't niche, then it's shit. I never understood people like that. I don't get that either. So you ran into a niche snob that complimented you, and then when he found out it was regular old YSL loam, he went to turning into a bitch. Well, a hoe, as you say. I say a bitch. Because most guys get triggered when you call them a bitch. That's why I naturally just call people a bitch if I want to piss them off. Because most guys, masculine guys don't like that. Bitch guys, it doesn't really bother them that much. You know why? Because they're bitches. It doesn't bother a bitch when you call them a bitch. Sorry about all the cursing. I should stop. I'm sorry. Some people watching don't like that kind of stuff, and I'm pouring it on a little thick. My apologies. Kick rocks, you can wear what you want to. I appreciate that. I took that from Freak Brothers episode. I've never seen that. I'm still so far behind. Also with the cut sleeves, what's up with these young bucks all wearing them short-ass shorts too? Nobody wants to see them twig legs. I've seen some jacked sons of bitches wearing the 5-inch shorts, though. I got to say. You got to remember, like I said, in like the 70s, that was the norm. Like when my dad was young, my dad was born in 60. So in 74, when he was 14, that's what they wore, you know? Now, I personally like the 7-inch inseam, where it's above the knee, but not midway up my thigh. I prefer that because the days of me wearing below my knee, kind of behind me, but 7-inch inseam, I'm here for. Indeed, it is Randy. Yep. Any update on Signature Seraphine Blue? That is the summer release, sir. We got a release coming before that. Now, all everybody wants to talk about is that. And I told him the other day, I said, you starting to learn your lesson about putting these damn cards out a release ahead of time? Yeah. So they're already talking about the next release, and you still got Bloom to come out. When I train with my friends, we just do our own thing. We might come over every now and then for a spot and chat between sets, but no hogging equipment for 45 minutes. See, that's the right way to be. And look, it's not every young man doing that, but it seems to be when it's a big group, that shit happens a lot. Because I get it. You get in your own little world. You're not necessarily conscious of, hey, that dude that's standing 10 feet away from us playing on his phone that's not training, bet he's waiting for us. And I don't necessarily mean me. It's not just me. It's random people. That happens. Because if you have a specific workout plan, like I use myself, for example, I pay for a coach. I follow what she wants me to do. I don't veer outside of that plan ever so slightly. On certain days, I might do a different bicep exercise than just doing the preacher curl machine on both arm days. I may switch it up. I like to work the long head by having elbows back with the cables, doing curls like that. Some of you follow my Instagram, you see some of those videos. So I'll swap out that, work the long head of the bicep instead of just working the short head on preacher curl. You work the inside head of your bicep doing the preacher curl machine. And I'll do something else. I'll do like a barbell or something close grip, yada, yada, yada. Point being, I'm not going to just grab something next to it, just do something different if I have a very specific workout plan. And that's not everybody, but people that are competing, that's who that is, which I go to a gym full of competitors. There's so many people in prep, men and women right now. It's unbelievable. Some of them are 3 and 4 weeks out. Some of them are as far out as I am. I'm 11 weeks out. I still got a ways. I still got 78 days. But like there's a few of them, some of the women that are 3 and 4 weeks out from shows they're doing locally over here. I'm doing stuff in Louisiana. So it all depends. Like you can't come to a gym full of competitors and hog equipment. I'm not saying everybody's going to be, give you crap about it, but it's just, it's a respect thing. You don't want to hog equipment as best you can or have people work in, but with a big group, it's kind of awkward to kind of come work in with a big group when it's just you. So it's, it's nothing at all that serious, but the kind of shit does happen. Yeah, I did too. I'm super excited. I can't wait to check it out. Comments will still be my Celtics. Blue at Montrese, good to see you, my man. So we're at hour 5. We'll do to an hour and a half. Not the 25 minutes. What the hell? Why not? PJ, good to see you. No way, Randy is a female name. Noted. I like Hawassa Ice a lot. It's between that Oolong Cha, Blanc au Fraiche, hey now, and Light Blue O Intense. That's quite the lineup. You couldn't have went wrong there. I don't think, anyways. Okay, Green Irish Tweed. Okay, and Creeds. Okay, I wanted to make sure. You smell incredible, Boz. That's kind of funny. Randy dated Randy. Why dated an I? That's kind of funny. Hoffman, good to see you, sir. I can't complain. Actually going to Japan tomorrow. Kind of jealous. That's a bucket list trip. May not have a sin of the trip as it was frowned upon in the society. Frustration. I'm frustrated for you. That sucks. But it is Japan. A place that most people should want to visit, I would think. Japan's an experience. One day I will go. I envy you, sir. Have a great trip. Maybe original John Barbados, since it's subtle and not too powerful. I was never a big fan of Mercedes. Britt Baker's my girl. See, I love Britt Baker too, but I love Mercedes. I always have. I'm a 4-horsewomen guy. I'm Charlotte. I'm Mercedes. I'm Bailey. I mean, I could call them by their real names. I'm Becky, Mercedes, Pam, and Ashley. That's the 4 horsewomen for sure. But Britt, as far as a non-WWE, which she did have a little stint in WWE's developmental, but Britt Baker is great. She is the foundation of AEW's women's division. Her and Jamie Hayter hasn't been back yet. Jamie Hayter's great too. So they got a stacked roster now of women. They got to do something with it. Say he's going to end up in WWE. I'm sure. She's probably on like a 1-year deal. There's no way she did anything long term because she'll end up in WWE again. She will. No doubt. Good to see you, sir. Ambassador Intense. Hope all you guys are doing well. E, what's going on, my man? Yeah, she's way better as a heel. Way, way better as a heel. 39-40 in June. Joel's the ripe age of 29. 49. So we're damn, I'm still that far behind. You're still a younger man. Of day 3, just bought by an E. Since we're playing with the numbers, today turning 44 on March 30th. Blessed. Kix Griffey approved. I love how he always says Kix Griffey approved at the end. It's on Instagram too. He says it at the end of his comment. Kix Griffey approved. If he agrees with it, even if it's something about himself, he approves his own message. Paid for and sponsored by Kix Griffey. My guy. I appreciate you. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip ahead, guys, because I am so far behind. I mean, I can, yeah. So Monday is back and hamstrings. Tuesday is chest and arms. Now, I do abs 3 days a week. So I basically do like every other day. So 3 days a week, I'll do hanging leg raises, 15 reps, and then I go into the ab wheel for 20 reps. It's a superset. And I just do 3 sets, 60 seconds rest to end the workout 3 times a week. But Monday's chest, back and hamstrings, Tuesday's chest and arms, Wednesday's off, Thursday's legs. Back, hamstrings, and calves on Monday, chest, biceps, and triceps on Tuesday, off on Wednesday, legs, so quads, hams, glutes are going to get worked the whole time, quads, hams, calves on Thursday. Friday is chest and back, and then Saturday is shoulders, so delts, and arms. And then randomly, I'll do, like usually on the shoulder day, I'll do a couple sets of dumbbell shrugs for my upper trap, because on my back days, I do a high row machine to work my mid back, and it works the middle of my traps. So I don't need the extra trap work. My traps are constantly getting worked with the specific exercises I'm doing. And then I have 75 minutes of fasted cardio on the elliptical 7 days a week. So every single morning when I wake up. So I go to the office in front of my complex, get on the elliptical for 75 minutes, come home, eat, wait a little while, go to the gym and lift. So I work out twice a day, 5 days a week. And then on the 2 off days, I still do fasted cardio. Appreciate that, PJ. 28. Short shorts for the ladies, but hey, I mentioned a 90s oldie that can be found on the cheap. Never tried that one. Last, always getting hot in here. Okay. Samba for Men. Incredible smell with poor projection. Not fragrance related. Favorite movie of all time. Coming to America is fucking amazing. I could watch that any day of the week. I'm a Rocky franchise kind of guy. I could watch every Rocky movie, including the Creeds, any given day, be totally entertained and satisfied and happy. Because I believe that that's my favorite Hollywood storyline ever, is the Rocky script, the Rocky storyline. Just love it. Always have. Yep. That's the movies I can just watch over and over and over. Nut Crunchers. There we go. Body Out Oud Amethyst. It's a nice, rich, jammy, sweet rose. Not really all that smoky and not heavy on the oud, but it's a rich, sweet rose. So I'm going to skip ahead some more because I did not realize just how freaking far behind I was. Wearing Creed Aventus Cologne. That's my favorite Creed fragrance. Excellent choice. Alan says he'll be 55 in August and retiring too. I have 2 young boys that keep him going strong. Well, I appreciate you, Alan. Thank you, man. All right, keep on going. Adidas got in their Yeezy slides at retail at $200 per size at retail. I got the slate gray. Was so excited. I wanted them for a while. The slate gray Boost 350s that came out recently are pretty dope. I actually saw them in person. Somebody was wearing them at the gym the other day, and I was like, ooh. Haven't looked into any Yeezys in a while. Like I got my Sesames and my Beluga 2.0s, and I have more of those in a minute. I was going hard on the Beluga 2.0s a while back, a couple years, like 2 years ago. I was wearing the shit out of them. Might have to look into getting those slate grays though. But I did buy. So for those of you wondering, I did buy the Flint Gray 14s. Remember I was talking about that? I bought them this morning or last night. Yeah, after we talked about it Tuesday. No, last night. I bought them last night. So they're heading to GOAT for authentication. They released today. I believe today was release day. Yeah. So I paid $242 in my size plus the $14 shipping and tax. So it was like $271 or some shit like that altogether out the door. I had to get them. I might end up missing on the powder blue 9s. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I will definitely try. Want to have a safe, blessed, wonderful evening. Going to eat dinner. Focus on severe weather threat for my area. Well, I hope you make it through just fine, Leo. Good to see you. Pretty much same. O intense 5 to 6 hours. You only get 5 to 6 hours out of O intense. It's a beast on me. Beast. I mean, beast. Beast. Probably better than I do it that way, right? Instead of saying beast. It's a monster for me. Big Trouble in Little China is my favorite. Okay. We talking movies now? Let's talk movies. Oxymoron's my favorite movie. Low budget, but great crime movie. I don't know. When peak week rolls around, whatever she says, I do. We had a check-in this morning. Didn't go down on the scale, but still visual progress. So no high carb, which I just had a high carb refeed day on Sunday anyway. So I'm still going through I'm still, working through the glycogen from that. So I think that's why I wasn't down on the scale. I'm literally like the same weight as this last check-in from 5 days ago, which I was lower than this before the refeed day on Sunday. I was 189. Today I was 190.1. I was 189.6 prior. So it was like a half a pound up, but it's because I ate a lot of carbs on Sunday. So I'm still burning all of that off. So when it gets closer, she's going to let me know. I know I'm going to have to water load at a certain point, probably have to sodium load at one point. I know I got to cut caffeine on peak week, which dreading. My God. But I don't know. I would assume because creatine is going to force water into the muscle bellies. So anything water related that's not drinking water for specific things, because like that last day, I'm not going to be drinking shit. I'm going to be dehydrating myself to make weight. It's going to be brutal. Michael Gassaway that was in here earlier, IFBB Pro, he was telling me about a week and a half ago, we were talking. He was telling me about what he went through to make weight one time. Damn near killed himself sweating. Sauna and not just sauna after sauna after sauna. Yeah. Like nonstop sweating to death, basically, to make weight. So we'll see. But yeah, peak week's going to be brutal. I've never done peak week. This is my first time competing, so it's going to be a nightmare. Still cutting weight. Like I said, I still got 78 days till showtime. And then I got another show 28 days later. So we'll see. Favorite movie is Tombstone. That was one of my dad's favorite movies. No, I couldn't. I like him too much. When I saw Nightwing's video, before I clicked it, I literally said out loud, this video is about to sell me on these shoes. Sure did. Seeing his own feet and him, showing them in hand and everything. I need those. 2 different types of suede with 2 different shades of gray. Yeah, I need those. Damn it. Miss Sony Poor great choice. I have. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's in the US yet, but I've heard of it. I've seen posts and I know it's overseas. I haven't heard anything about it being here yet. So I just answered that. I know you heard that. Anna, good to see you. I know. I mean, we all die eventually. It was a sad day when Carl Weathers passed recently, though. It definitely was. I don't really have any New Balances. Those 480s kind of seem interesting to me. I did grab these at Tilly's the other day when we were over there. Grab some different SBs while I was at Tilly's. So it turns out these just launched. This colorway anyway, these SB Force 58s. When I saw them as soon as we walked in the door. And I was like, yeah, I got to have those. University blue. It's a nice fat tongue action, Obviously, I haven't skated in a long time, but I still like skate shoes. Love the comfort and the look of them. They look great with joggers and with jeans. That fat tongue especially. So this color dropped February 28th, this specific color. It just came out. So when I saw those, I was like, yeah, I got to have those. And I'm pretty bad about not just buying one pair of shoes when I'm at a store. So these Shron 2 low canvas with the gum sole. Went ahead and grab those too. Yep. That's just a clean, casual look. I'm not gonna say I'm not going to wear them to the gym, but I didn't buy them with the intent of wearing them to the gym. The SBs I'm definitely gonna wear to the Force 58s, but these they might end up at the gym, but I bought them to rock casually. And then I had also bought some high top black Vans, old schools. I've been wanting to grab some. They had them 25% off. I was like, oh, that's better than I can get them online. So I grabbed those black Vans. Some 992s. It depends on your body and your goals, where you're at currently. That's hard to just throw a generic answer at because everybody's different. Everybody responds to different training and nutrition and supplements different. You need a different physique for different classes. Are you doing classic? Are you doing just physique? Are you doing open bodybuilding? So it depends because there's different physiques required for that, different levels of lean, different pose groups. There's totally different posing for all, not totally different between classic and bodybuilding, but between physique and the rest, totally different posing. So a lot of factors. There's no generic answer. Yeah, sure. You never know. That might come out one day. Yeah, for sure. I knew you heard me. I have not. Oh, good night, Joe. It was good to see you, my man. What's up, Rick? Still okay to smell like a man. Hey, no doubt. No doubt. The old school masculine stuff's always great. Stopping creatine will definitely make you look leaner, though. Yeah, because there's a certain point where I can't have any water. I mean, the whole idea is to keep the water retention down now as well. Some days are worse than others, obviously. Amen to Arimidex. Cheers. Or for those of you that know it by the the chemical name, it's Anastrozole, I believe is how you say that, but it's Arimidex. That's the street name. Take that with my testosterone, keep the water retention down, and the estrogen. But aside from that, I don't know what peak week's going to be like. I've been told by several people that have gone through it, but it's different when it's catered to you specifically and what your physique is going to need those days. So that's why I hired a professional that has a winning track record. She's really good. So see when the time comes. Harlem Nights is one of the greats. Indeed. Late to the party. What's up, Bishop? I saw an ad for McDonald's releasing fries scented fragrance in Asia. I definitely wouldn't have any interest in that personally. Exactly. Are you sure, Rick? You sure it's okay to still smell like a man? Yes, sir. Those are clean. Look hella comfy too. And that's the thing. They're not super comfy because it's all about board feel because they're really skateboard shoes. But I mean, I bought them to wear casually and or leg days or just randomly. I don't have to wear them for leg days. But like those Force 58s. Yeah, as soon as I saw the color, which they got some LSU color or Laker color, depends on what you're a fan of, and some Celtics colored ones I saw. I was like, ooh, I don't need those. I don't have to have them. No, Ross, you're buying enough shoes. No. But I've got my eye on them. I've definitely got my eye on them. That's the Force 58. I really like that model. That silhouette really strikes me. Janoskis. I always like the SB Janoskis. Yeah, those Shron 2s, they kind of look like Janoskis. So the Shron 2s were 30% off retail. The Force 58s were retail. They were 80. The Shron 2s were 60 plus 25% off, and then or plus 30% off. And the Vans were retail of 75, 60. I forgot what they cost retail with 25% off. Thus, I ended up buying 3 pairs. That was my first time in a Tilly's. We were just walking around Pier Park while the kids were here. While my daughter and son-in-law were here. They wanted to go check out stuff. And while we were in there, I'm like, ooh, skate shop. As far as apparel and stuff, it's mainly skateboard culture stuff in there. Like, ooh. I'm very my style has always been kind of homeboy skater for the most part throughout my life. So that's why I'm flat bills and SBs and Jordans and blazers and Chucks. I wear a lot of low top Chucks, stuff like that. Joggers, cargo pants, camo. All makes sense now, doesn't it? Very much like, I guess urban skater would be the better way to say it instead of homeboy skater, but it's just what it is. It's what I am, you know. I haven't skated in a long time. I was a teenager, but I love the apparel and the look and the vibe and all that shit. Taking my girlfriend out for her birthday on Saturday night for dinner in London. Fancy. Quite smart attire, and the weather is coldish spring. What fragrance should I wear, though? I'm 20. James, what were you debating on? In instances like this, it's always best to throw me out a few ideas on what you were maybe thinking of, and I would tell you what I would do in that situation. Kind of smartish attire, so I know what you're thinking here. Kind of semi-casual, semi-formal. So let me know what kind of options you were debating on, and I'll tell you what I would do. That's really the best thing I can do in this situation. If you give a shit what I have to say, that's the best way I could help. Because I'd hate to say a fragrance and it's something you don't have, because I don't want you to feel like you need to buy it to go do this. Because whatever you have will work. Just let me know what you were debating on. All white DC Villain. Ooh, man. So they had some DC slip-ons that looked just like the Van slip-ons. And I was like, they were cheaper. I wonder if they feel the same. I didn't try them on, though. Because they had the infamous and elusive all-white Van slip-ons that I keep procrastinating. And I didn't buy them again. I've had them in my cart on eBay for like a year. Because I got a few pairs of Van slip-ons, but I keep like wanting the all-whites, and then I end up not getting them. And I want them, and I end up not getting them. And they literally got them in stock 2 minutes away from me. Maybe like 4 or 5 minutes away. 4 or 5, let's call it 5 minutes away from me. They got them in stock in my size at retail, $60, $55, $60, whatever it is. And it's like, that's what the ones in my cart, $55. The ones in my cart are at retail too on eBay. So it's like, I could just go get them. But I bought those 3. And I was like, I can always get the all white slip-ons. That's the problem. I'll procrastinate stuff that's never not available. I'll put it off. You got to love the Ronnie Coleman quote. Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but nobody wants to lift no heavy-ass weights. One of the best Ronnie Coleman quotes of all time. Citizen Absolute is fire. Can't wait for Strong With You Tobacco to arrive. I got my tracking today, too. Can't wait to smell it. Can't wait. Happy birthday to your girlfriend. Indeed, James. Happy birthday to your girlfriend. Eddie, good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Well, I haven't got it yet. There's so many releases that came out already. I would like to wait for that to get a little bit cheaper. It's a Mont Blanc Legend fragrance. I don't feel like I have to get that one right away. Shiaka Red, what do you think about it? I think if you don't mind a slightly enhanced yellow floral smell versus Reflection Man, it's really close. I think it's really close. I have a full review if you want to check out the full review. Have a lot of clothes, dress and casual, shoes and fragrances. I feel like I don't even wear half of it. Preach. Great because they don't get wore out quick. Can't imagine what you're dealing with over there, Ross. No, you can't. You can't imagine. Just like I got a lot of fragrances, I got a lot of hats, I got a lot of shoes, I got a lot of clothes. I have these things in abundance. Irrelevant to some, stuff I'm into. And just what it is. I'm into. This is a new shirt. You know, this is only the second time I wear this hat. I got tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. And be weak as a kitten. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, because I'll be very deprived and starved and dehydrated. It's going to be... Can't wait, though. Because I'm vascular as shit now. Or like, I'm actually, dare I say... No, because there's veins coming out in different spots. But as far as my arms, not any more vascular than when I'm bulking. Because my arms always stay, like, especially from the elbow down, my arms always stay pretty lean. You know, Rick, you'll remember this. Remember when some of the bitches in this community were saying I Photoshop my arms and stuff like that and crank up some filter and everything? No, that's just how my arms look. My arms are natural. You know, it's not just testosterone. Testosterone doesn't make you crazy vascular. Even when I'm heavy set, these veins just pop in my arms. They always have. So my arms aren't necessarily any more crazy vascular than they are when I'm bulking. It's the quads and the calves and, you know, across the pec and certain spots on my delt that they're starting to come out a little bit more. So I can't wait to see what kind of vascularity I'm going to have peak week. Because I'm one of the ones that love the veins everywhere. That's what I'm going to hate to get rid of after the show. After the 2 shows, when it's back to off season, when I lose the abs I'll have for the first time ever, when those are gone, I'm going to miss the veins the most because I can't wait to see how I'm going to look. Can't wait. I've never been in that kind of condition. I can't wait. You need the Celtics guy. Well, I know you're a Celtics fan. They look great too. Andrew, welcome. Good to see you. I blind bought 3 bottles you recommended. I love them. Cheapies too. That Ferragamo blue is awesome. Aqua Sensuale blue is a fantastic fragrance. Indeed. Welcome to the gang. I appreciate you guys chiming in. You need what my mom called the closet rule. If you can fit them in your closet, you can buy them. If not, either make room and clean the decks, and you don't need them. That's fair. I was going to ask how the time with the family. Glad you got to. Yeah, I unplugged from pretty much everything. I did minimal social media related stuff over the weekend. We had a good time because they were only here for two nights. They got here late, really late Friday night. So really it was only one night. We got a full day Saturday and then most of the day Sunday, and then they left. And I wish we could have all went together to my tattoo place because they got tattoos the Saturday night. I went Sunday because my guy, Adrian, was off. He worked during the day on Saturday. They went Saturday night because I hit him up to see, you're going to be there tonight because I was going to have him do all 3 of us. And they ended up getting some artists they loved. They're like, next time we come, we're totally getting more work done. But I wanted to get this done too. I already had it in mind. I was like, oh, y'all are here. Yeah, let's do it together. It just didn't work out. I said, I can't go sit with y'all because I'm going to want to get work done. And I don't want anybody tattooing me that's not Adrian. Like, I love my tattoo artist. You know, when you just vibe with somebody, they get you, you appreciate their work. You like their personality. I just like him on top of that. He's really good at what he does. And I just really like him. So it's like, I don't want to go to anybody else. So it's like, I'm going to do the weekly rotation. My wife went with him. Y'all go have fun, get some tats, get inked up, get you some shit you're happy with. The place is great. I go all the time. I go every like 3 or 4 weeks and get some work done. So I stayed behind and did the weekly rotation video that came out Sunday. And the next day I waited till after they left because he was working the evening shift that day. And after they left, I went straight there and got my work done. I used to. I used to be really, really anal about that. Like I was super OCD about doing the waterproofer on every single pair. I got away from that about like when my final can ran out, I'd never rebought it. I just got away from it because I don't mind cleaning my shoes. I'm meticulous. Like when it comes to J's, I got the same mentality I've had since I was a kid. I treat them shits like they're gold. Stupid to some, but it's me. It's I do whatever I want, you know. I treat them like they're gold. I try not to crease them. I won't wear them if it's been raining. I just won't. I try to make them last and stay as crispy as long as possible. And that's not every pair of shoes, but especially J's, my old Way of Wade's, because I got a lot of like the first and second versions of the Way of Wade from Ling Ning that are relics now that you just can't find even used. I treat those with super care, but like my Vans and my Chucks and my Metcons and Project Rocks and stuff, I just rock them because anything I'm going to wear to the gym, I don't care. My Nike more up tempos. Now I'm not trying to trash them, but I rock them to the gym and shit. So it all depends on the shoe, but I don't really, right when it's a good thing we didn't shut it down right at an hour and a half. It's an hour and 31 minutes because we have a late arrival. And once he decides to get on camera, we'll bring him on because we don't do the pictures on this channel. No avatars. So, yeah, he's here. He's backstage. So I guess we're doing 2 hours instead. Fire of God. God of Fire Clone. Got to work third shift is a bitch sometimes. Catch you on the next live. Well, I appreciate you, Matthew. You have a good one, man. Flex Wheeler is one of the all-time greats, I got to say. Once he gets situated, we'll go ahead and bring him on. We kind of got the nose up view right now. Is it really that hard to put it on your tripod? Y'all should see what I don't want y'all to see what I see right now. That's why I'm not bringing him on yet. Oh man. I mean, if you're good with it, I'll bring you on. Ladies and gentlemen, George Zaharoff.
What's going on? Hi, Ross.
What's up, Georgie? Your presence was requested a little while ago.
First of all, it's good to see you, Ross.
Good to see you too.
I have been literally traveling. I've been to all the continents in the past 2 months. I'm exhausted. I was
about to say, you must be under the weather if you're laying on the couch and you got a coat on and stuff.
I was just exhausted. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
How are you? Well, I don't know where to go.
I'm doing well. I saw you laying on the couch and I was like, really? That's what we're going to do? I mean,
you wanted to...
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Hold on. Okay. Let me give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. I'll pull you off. I gave him a complex. I'm just picking on him, giving him a hard time. That's my Georgie. He'll be back. Everybody hitting the GZs. So I have a different coach. I have a different coach for posing. I just had an appointment on Wednesday, and I have another appointment midday on Sunday, and then the following Sunday after that. Just noticed some that aren't great yet, and it's a huge part in scoring. Oh, yeah. I definitely need some work on my posing. Trust me, I know. Working on transitions, working on my front relaxed, rear relaxed, side relaxed. Side chest had to alter quite a bit. But yeah, we're slowly working on everything. I just had my second posing session literally yesterday. So, but thank you for asking. Yeah, I got a different coach for that. Which he's part of the same team. We're all part of one big group team. Just give me the thumbs up when you're ready, George. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, George Zaharoff.
Yes, hello. Is it better?
Well, I see you took the blanket off, and was that the shirt you were already wearing, or did you throw a shirt on?
Put it on, but I'm gonna go here. I'm like I just needed some rest. Like I'm
figured.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been reaching out because I know you're wore out. When we talked the other night, you sounded half dead. So I was like, I'll give him a few days.
Yeah, it's been nonstop. I mean, it's a blessing. It's just I just needed some time to regroup myself. How you doing? Okay, I'm trying to get on your channel just so I could read some of the people too.
I'm
So
doing well. Yeah, everybody's excited to see you in the chat because we lost a few for a little bit. We're down to 100. That's because they know I shut it down usually around an hour and a half, so we had like 20 or 30 leave, but it's all good.
oh, there you go. I see myself now. Okay, connecting to the live chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we've had some excitement talking about Seraphim Blue, and I said, guys, we got a release coming before that.
It's got the bloom coming. I'm just waiting to hear for confirmation. I'm thinking April 1st.
Yeah.
Will probably be the pre-sale. I'll do it for 2 weeks and then we'll send it out. So that's I'm excited about that too. I'm nervous about it because it's a beautiful Heidi loves it. I mean, it was inspiring. She inspired me to actually her reaction to it, because I don't get many people to test things out.
Mm-hmm.
And we go through so many different fragrances, constantly thinking of new ones and stuff like that. And I wanted to do like a jasmine, something floral, but not too femme.
Well, I love how it's 3 different types of jasmine as well as gardenia, but it's still loaded with the orientals and resins of the Interporum DNA.
Yeah, you have a good way of descriptives of describing a fragrance, Ross. It's hilarious.
That's very much how it is, though, guys. That's why I say it does lean feminine because it's so white floral dominant, but it's also very frankincense and spice and wood dominant too. More wood and incense than spice. There's just a little touch of spice, but it really reels it back in from being a women's fragrance. It's more of a unisex with a slight feminine lean that I think women that like slightly darker florals will love, and guys that like florals will love.
Right, that I could wear too.
I'm definitely gonna wear it.
Yeah, I tend to lean towards more masculine fragrances, and so I could wear this. Mm-hmm. It's right at the cusp, though. I think anything more floral, I wouldn't be able to.
I don't think it's any more feminine than rosé.
I agree.
If anybody likes rosé, if you like rosé, you'll like Bloom. They're not the same fragrance, but they're the same level of where I would put it unisex versus feminine.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's actually really a good
good barometer.
Yeah, that's really good actually. And so and it's a one-off. I know I say that often, but I've only produced enough for the season because we're going to see. I wanted something for Mother's Day or some guy that would want to buy for. I just wanted to test it out to see. I don't know if I'm going to keep it as part of the collection.
It's a market dictates kind of thing.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how,
That's basically what it is. If you guys love it, he'll do more.
Right.
If it's a slow burn, maybe it's just this one run.
I am not a Harvard graduate. The H's are for Hermes. Or
saw H on his blanket. Oh yeah, no, he's just fancy. That's what that is.
Bougie that way.
Yeah, he's just fancy.
I have to surround myself with cashmere and that kind of stuff.
Perfum Addictos, good to see you, my friend.
But yeah, I think Russ, I haven't spoken to you. I think like you said, you called me the day I arrived.
Yeah, I talked to you that night when you got home. That was like 2 or 3 days ago.
And so we're gonna be finally. I think I probably talked about it for 2 years about starting to sell in Europe, and it's finally happening in the next 2 months.
Well, to do it right's a process. I mean, you've had a lot of things to go through to get to this point.
And so it's just very tired. But Seraphim Blue, I think people are gonna like the Seraphim Blue. It's a blue fragrance, and I think that I wanted something younger, and I think people will like it too.
So Perfum Addictos, the way I always like to describe him to people that might not be familiar with him, picture a Spanish me.
A Spanish you?
He's me, but in Spanish. We're very much the same dude. That's my guy. He's huge on he's got a very sizable YouTube channel at this point, but he's huge on Instagram. He lost his main Instagram page, but he's building it back. He's already got like 50,000 back on Instagram. But he had a couple 100,000 on Instagram.
Wait, I didn't. personal hi perfume adictos. It's nice to meet you. So he's your version of a Latin version of you.
That's how I say it. Like maybe he would say I'm the white boy version of him if the shoe's on the other foot. You know what I mean? It's kind of the other way around, or the Americanized English version, I guess.
So I would picture him like does he live here in the States?
I actually don't know exactly where he lives. We talk from time to time. I've never asked though. I actually don't even know his actual name. Shame on me. I've never asked you. You know, we just go by the channel names. You know.
Hi, Rafi. I kind of picture him like a more urban, like if he's a Latin version of you, he's got to be like an urban.
Well, very much the flat bill hats, tattoos, the beard,
right?
The same mentality, personality, music style, the way he's very relatable. It's just
Puerto
same
Rican.
thing. Like I said, we're very much birds of a feather.
And I picture him like urban. And so let me ask you something. I just saw like a swash of your hand. I didn't see. Did you just get a new tat on your hand?
I got some new tattoos.
Let's see it.
So this is the NWO logo. This is a wrestling thing. That's the most iconic faction in the history of wrestling. You know, I'm a big wrestling fan. So that's what that is. But this is a tropical sunset. This is all freehand work that my tattoo artist did. It came out beautifully. So you have the water with the sunset, two palm trees, and then some vines with some tropical flowers running up and around on both sides.
Are you doing a sleeve? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, I'm not going to do anything else on here. It's basically most of a half sleeve. And then I'm not doing anything else on here. Haven't completely run out of room, but for the most part, I've run out of room. So the next thing I want to do, which Heidi's excited about, is I'm going to do a little tie-in into something that I wanted to do on my upper chest. That's going to tie in coming around the tattoo for my dad, going up the shoulder in the trap, and then coming down to the chest.
So you're going to get a sleeve on the right side?
This is going to be mostly a sleeve, this arm, all the way into the chest. I'm not doing as much on this side.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So he's in Orlando.
In Orlando.
Okay.
Anyway,
so he's not far from me. He's only a few hours away.
Wouldn't you think that leather tobacco is a Latin fragrance?
In some ways, yes, but I think he means something a little bit more specific, probably.
Like what?
I would think something along the realm of spices is what I think. If I'm thinking a Latin fragrance, I'm thinking citruses and spices. That's what comes to mind for me. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, obviously, he could throw out some ideas.
What's a popular Latin? Because I know that the leather tobacco is one of it's very popular in the Hispanic, Spain, South America, Central America. Very popular. Portugal a little bit.
He said he's going back to Puerto Rico in June, God willing. So you're from Puerto Rico, then? Is how I take that.
Puerto Rico. So what would be what's a perfume adictos? What would be a popular Latin fragrance?
Yeah, by all means, weigh in. You would be able to throw out what you're thinking better than I can.
Citrus and spice. Interesting.
So yeah, so I was there when I said citruses and spice. I was there. So we're here, my guy. I'm telling you, birds of a feather.
Interesting. That's an interesting thing. There's some things, other fragrances that I'd like to work on, and that's I think a coffee fragrance.
Well, there's a few that are unreleased.
Yeah, there's
more than a few. Got a handful or so.
So, oh, Ross,
how you feeling now that you're back?
I'm wiped out. I'm tired.
You been able to go to the office?
I have. I've been going, and I feel great. Everything is wonderful. I'm very blessed. I think I just need to recoup myself. I mean, I literally went all over the world a couple of times, right? I mean, the past 2 months. And so I just need to wind down. And I think that going to Aix-en-Provence in Milan, it's a little draining.
I could see that.
And you know, because I don't want to show at these things. I think I'll do like a hotel suite. I think you and I, we've discussed this. Zaharoff is more, I don't know, more quiet, if that makes sense. I don't know.
It's fair.
You know, like I'm more understated, even though I'm a lot. You know,
you're a loud and vibrant personality and persona, but you're at the same time not a verbally loud
Right.
Like it's a presence more so than anything else.
Yeah.
That's loud, I guess. Is that fair?
I think so, and I think that when people when I come on, I want to give a little bit of theater, so that people could escape. Me too. That's what fragrance is about. It's about
Mhm.
drama and storytelling, and just to escape for, even if it's for a couple minutes. And I enjoy doing that, but in reality, it's I'm still a very private person, and I want the brand kind of to reflect that. It's just interesting. So yeah, so Exxon's was probably the one that really knocked me on my ass. As weird as it sounds, I've been all over the place, but it was draining. So
Well, it
uh,
sounds like you were running on reserves for Italy, anyways,
I think so. I think when I was in, because I had gone to Manila and Hong Kong and Korea,
and Africa.
and Africa was before that, but even a week ago, and I think did I tell you that I thought I was thinking of canceling, or I was going to cancel because I was just tired.
Yeah.
But I don't want your viewers to be watching this and be like, "Oh my God!" So wah wah. But
I'm just telling people how it was for you. Look, traveling is a lot, especially as much as you've traveled in the last 2 months. That's a lot.
yeah,
This is a lot.
look, if Perfua Dictos agrees that that Ross is his brother from another mother, then for whatever reason they connect. Now, whether they don't look the same or maybe they have a different color hat, it's all good. Maybe
I don't know if there's even an issue or it's a trying to compliment me thing. I'm not sure.
it says you guys are.
I hope everything's all good, fellas. I
Steel
like both of these guys, so I hope everything's all good.
Warrior looks like a big dude too. All you guys are big
He's a
dudes.
good dude. He's been around the channel a long time. He's won some giveaways, channel member, everything. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
saying I don't know if there's any underlying issue because it could be interpreted 2 different ways, as he's like trying to say that I'm just so unique and he's trying to compliment me, or there might be an issue there. I don't know. And
Eddie, you have
honestly, I don't want to know, guys, because I like both of you.
yeah, guys, good. Eddie, I saw Eddie Weinberg. So let me ask you, next to the name is that symbol that looks like an S. It's like a circle with the 2 lines on it. What does that mean? Does that mean they're a member?
Yes. So if you look on the YouTube chat, there's little star badges next to them in different colors or for different, like how long they've been a member. But when I pin it, it's a compliment. Okay. So it's not an issue with you, my man. He was just paying me a compliment that I'm just so unique. That's why I said that, because it could be read. I read it both ways. That's why I said that, just so we could try to clear this up. So yeah. So on StreamYard, it shows it as this logo. When on YouTube, it's actually a little star badge. So, but thank you for clearing that up. So I'm glad everything's all good.
Group hug it out. Do you have a lot of? I know Eddie. Hey Eddie. I know Eddie was on here too. Eddie Weinberg.
Where's Eddie?
Eddie.
I saw Eddie a minute ago. Here we go. Welcome back, George. Hope you feel better.
You guys, do you get a lot of muscle heads, or however you want to call them?
I get my share. We have some fitness talk, and like I had a young buck. I believe he's 20, Jeff, asking me about peak week and everything. Like some of the guys in the chat are like really into that I'm dieting for a competition right now. Some of them have competed, and or just jack sons of bitches like Eddie, or Kajira that was in here earlier. He's cutting down right now, not for a show, just to lose some weight. We got Danimal, Mr. Meat himself over here. So I got my fair share of meatheads that come hang out in the chat with me.
I'm in the dressing when I go in the back in the locker room at the gyms. I mean, there's guys that fucking douse them. Excuse my language. There's a lot that douse themselves with fragrance before working out and afterwards. Like you could smell the whole. Even though Ross has seen it, the manager of the gym loves the leather tobacco, and it smells the whole entrance.
The whole entranceway, which is a big, like, high ceiling dome area, and he's not a moderate sprayer like me. He's a heavy sprayer. Yeah,
it smells all leather tobacco. It smells.
Yeah, it hits you as soon as you walk in the door. It punches you in the nose. Yeah, it's his favorite.
Yeah, leather tobacco is a good manly scent. It's a good scent, and it's a luxury. Anyway, I'm not here to sell anything. Thanks, Noel. So anyway, Ross. I'm going to let you guys go. And
already, we
yeah,
got 10 more minutes to hit the 2 hour mark. You want to hang for 10 more minutes? We'll shut it down in 2 hours.
my DoorDash is here, so I'll pick it up and we'll talk for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 more minutes. Is it a very hot meal or is it a cool meal?
I
Like
think
a poke bowl.
it's she's taking her picture.
Well, she does have to prove that she delivered it.
Right. It's actually if you guys want to see my meal.
Yeah. Mukbang without the actual eating part. Unless you want to eat while you're in the stream, it's fine with me.
No, hold on. No. It needs both hands, but I think this is like one of the meals that hold on. You guys now that everyone's gonna think okay, hold on.
Everyone's gonna think what?
You'll see what I mean in just a minute.
Well, you don't have to show the food if you don't want to, George.
I will. So they put it like this.
It just wouldn't be a live stream if George wasn't in his boxers.
I am in my boxers.
So Perfuadicto said, you know what? I think a Coco Loco flanker would be fire.
You think? Well, what do you think? What do you see in a Coco Loco flanker?
I would think if you were to flanker Coco Loco, it would have to be more of an aquatic, personally.
Yeah,
because it's very much a vibrant, spicy bowl of fruit now.
So I got Alaskan king crab.
Uh-oh. I like my snow crab.
My lobster tail.
He does like his lobster tails.
And my Dudgeonist, another crab. I know you like this stuff too, Ross.
I love that stuff, especially the snow crab. I'm a big snow crab guy.
Then I got shrimp, and so it's seafood night. It's
very much a surf and surf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all some really good protein and potassium right there.
Right?
Loads of it. Loads of protein and potassium. Low fat, no carbs.
I have gotten rid of all of my junk food eating. I'm trying to eat right, just trying to keep healthy. And you can't help but crack a smile no matter what he talks about. Thanks, Millennium Chris.
I've said he's a unicorn many times, guys. Anybody that hates on George Zaharoff, they're the problem.
You know what? Maybe
it is.
Thanks, Ross, and thanks, Chris. I think, listen, I interact with a lot of people. And in my travels, flight attendant, rental car, a lot of them is service people. A lot of people I interact. And I stop, I look at them in the eye, I acknowledge. That's what
he asks about their culture, if he can tell they're cultured or of a different culture. This is everywhere I've been with him.
And I could usually
George is.
Usually connect with almost anybody because I've had so much experience. But I want to stop and you acknowledge people and you validate them. I mean, at the end of the day, it's how you touch people's lives in a positive way that add up to a lifetime. It doesn't matter what designer I was wearing or, where I'm sitting on the airplane or any of that. It's how you touch people's lives. And sometimes just a smile or just stopping and saying thank you. You'd be surprised a lot of people don't say thank you, Ross. It drives me.
That's foreign to me.
Huh?
That's foreign to me. I just can't wrap my head around why.
I don't get it. Or to demand, get me this, go get that. And I'll say, you know what, on behalf of everyone here, thank you for what you're doing. I mean, and so we're going to get back to the positive thing. So I just try to give a positive, I try to leave a space better than how I entered into it. And Ross thinks the same way. Ross is very kind soul too.
I'm a bit more outspoken than George, but we very much have the same outlook.
Right. But I'm
just a bit more outspoken and more shoot from the hip.
Sometimes, not all the time. I mean, you're good now.
I appreciate that, George.
Yes, as people move through life. And, Daniel is in the service. A lot of us serve, the way people serve you is you serve others. I mean, it's just we're all here to serve anyway. But I try to have a good disposition about things in life. You rid yourself of anything that doesn't bring you joy, but the just seems to be able to find the joy in everything. That's true, actually.
Life's all about finding the silver linings in every situation, no matter how good or bad. There's always a silver lining, even in a bad situation. Something good will
Right.
always come from something bad, even if it's not right away.
And like I how does it? I don't settle, but I make do with what I have in the moment. Like if that makes sense. And so I try to fix a situation if I'm in it, but I'm not going to do it at the expense of others. There's a whole philosophy. There's all these philosophies I have in my head as just to make life easier as I move through it. But it's interesting. We're also all the traveling I've done. Um, we think we're so different. Our language, the skin color, or how much we have in our pocket, or what religion we are. But at the end of the day, we all have our fears. We all want to be loved. We're all afraid of our health or our parents or our mother. We're all very similar than we would think. And that's it. That's the Chinese fortune cookie, George, that you just got.
Well, we all pump blood, different blood types, but still blood.
You're right.
We're all warm bodies. So let me answer James' question real quick. So I tend to wear more mature. So he's 20, by the way. He's taking his girlfriend out for dinner. Going to dress kind of smart was kind of the description. So mature scent profiles for these smart occasions. So something with a smoky, boozy scent, but more on the woody side of things instead of sweet. I'm open to buying a sample. Smoky, boozy. Smoky and boozy.
Well,
you cut out. I don't
did you lose me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
So, James, have you ever tried any of the? Have you ever tried any of the Sahara fragrances? He might like.
I believe he's in the UK, if I remember correctly. So I think he can't get a sample.
I'll send him one. Send me your address, James. George@zaharoff.com.
Because in this instance, leather tobacco. Mature scent, boozy, smoky.
Or just the back.
Well, that's boozy and smoky, but fresher, more aromatic than fresh.
I have a lot, Chris. I have a lot of respect for ATH, and I've never met him, never corresponded with him, never crossed paths. Even though that we talk with Chris, the only person that we connect with, and I have a lot of respect for him because we're similar in many respects. He creates his own fragrances.
He does phenomenal work.
Yeah, and so I don't create my own fragrances. It's just two different paths, and I express my art through fragrance in terms of the whole story of it, the packaging, the bottle, everything, whereas ATH expresses his art through the actual fragrance itself. I think it's incredible. And
he does phenomenal work. There's a lot of fans of his work that show up on my channel all the time.
That's right. So a lot of respect for him. But yes, if you want to send me an email, George@zaharoff.com, and I'll send you samples. Next week, since George upgraded to spray. Yes, they're all sprays.
They're all 3 ml now as well. So you got an extra ml and they spray now. They're only $2 more than they used to be.
It has taken me a lot of time. Just these little things like upgrading the travel sizes and doing I work towards just trying to always be better and do better. It just takes a little bit of time. It's coming, Dennis. We're starting with 10 stores in Italy, May, June, Greece, Cyprus, and then a rollout. I'm very excited about it, actually. So, and Dennis, the privilege is mine. I'm the one that is honored. So, thank you.
As am I.
It's a huge honor.
Yeah, Dennis has been a very big supporter of both of ours for a long time now.
Yeah, there's a lot of OGs. A lot of the TLTG family is very much part of Zahara family too. It's kind of cool, Ross, because I met you when you had what? How many subscribers?
First time we had a conversation, I had 40 subscribers.
Right. And I had just launched
You were about 5 or 6 months into Signature Pour On.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
And so we've grown.
Now you got like 15 fragrances, not counting the Z creators, or 13, something like that.
It's crazy. And it's
With
just
3 more releases coming this year.
the Privé, you know,
Privé, Seraphine, Blue, and Bloom.
and also different countries, right? Korea, Southeast Asia. It's really
Are
surreal.
you opening Hong Kong, or is that still maybe?
It's we'll see.
So maybe.
I wait until I get the confirmation. It's kind of crazy because, like, to sell in Korea, packaging has to be in Korean.
Makes sense.
You know, and so that's 15 fragrances that
Need new packaging and new print.
right, and then it goes through David, so my graphic person. So there's 15
It's
fragrances.
phenomenal.
A Google Drive with each one of them, and then it goes back and forth. It's it's a lot of fun. It's a little different and pretty kick-ass. So yes, Germany, they'll be able to order. So once we're in Italy, you'll be able to order from Italy anywhere in Europe. They'll ship, and it's gonna be 5 fragrances at a time. So in May we're gonna do the 5 fragrances for that would be for summer, and then another 5 for the fall, including the new ones. So yeah, and I'm like, Ross, what do you think are good summer for? Like we'll sit down and
We've been brainstorming on a balance for each set, because you want to have, so you don't want redundancy, like releasing Royale and Royale X together.
Right.
That'd be too redundant. Or Rosé and Black Rose at the same
Right.
time. Like you want to do different batches. So if he's doing 5 at a time, it's 5 different options in the collection. In the event somebody would want all 5, they're getting totally different personalities here.
Right. That's right, and then you have to picture them in perfumeries sitting in Milan or Rome or in Sardinia, and so the best ones to have for that. And so, Ross, what are the 3 most expensive colognes you have?
All Raja Dove fragrances, but those were all sent to me. As far as what I've bought, I would say definitely Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. And George disappeared for a moment. He's still backstage, but disappeared. That's kind of weird. I guess he removed himself. Oh, he's back. So Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill comes to mind immediately. And probably Creed Viking. I paid a little over $200 for that, like in the $200 to $300 range. I got several that I bought in that price range. I typically don't try to spend more than $300 on a fragrance. Outside of that, I just don't feel it's necessary for me to have it. Again, I have stuff, but they were sent to me. And honest to God's truth, if they weren't sent to me, I probably wouldn't have bought them, because like I have an $1,800 fragrance. No way, no how would I ever buy an $1,800 fragrance. That's just
I understand. And when I had a meeting, and I don't want to knock any brand, right? But with mine, and you know this, Ross, because I said to them, I go, can I have the same quality oils as the big brands I mentioned? And they're like, you do have it.
You do.
For, $1,200, and they're like, it's the coefficient of the brand, meaning their markup.
Yeah.
And so, you pay a lot for that, and I'm not bashing anybody.
No, it's all in what type of level of exclusivity do you want to place on something?
Right. That's right.
Who are you marketing to? Because you're taking a certain segment of the market out of the running when you price it that way, but it's intentional. It's for a level of exclusivity. Some people want that level of exclusivity, and there's things out there for those.
That's right. And I don't think I've come across any oil like totally out there, like really expensive, unless you start doing Baccarat crystal bottles. You start working with very expensive components that are very exclusive, or they're dipped in gold, or I don't know, some porn stars vaginal secretions. I have no idea. That might increase the price on something. I don't know.
So as far as musk from George, Royal X and Royal Triple X are the 2 musk-based fragrances.
The citrine has a little bit of musk in it, but yeah, the Triple X, if you want musk,
that would be the way to go.
Oh, your crotch, that's Triple X.
So James says, thank you very much. He appreciates that.
You're welcome.
All right. So
all right. I'm gonna go eat my seafood before it gets cold.
Yeah, go eat because we're at 2 hours and 5 minutes. I'm gonna do my sign off here in just a second.
Thanks for having me, everyone. TLTG.
Thanks for coming, hang out.
John Best, please. Bonjour. Much love. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, have a good one, Georgie. Enjoy your dinner. George Zaharoff, ladies and gentlemen. It's so at retail, it's like $1,800 for 100 ml. It's Raja Parfums Diaghilev. I did an unboxing with it. I've featured it in a few lists, but it's one that I don't wholeheartedly want to recommend to people because it's like I wouldn't pay that. It's a ridiculously good fragrance. It's phenomenal. It's one of the best fragrances I own. I never wear it. It's so like regal and just the right situation's got to come up because it's impressive, but I can't wholeheartedly recommend that to people because it's just ridiculous. Even at retail, at like discounters, it's like 800 or something like that. 750, 800, something like that. Discounted, crazy at like a fragrance buy or something. It's some crazy shit like that. Let's see. I'm just gonna look real quick. $645. $645. I wouldn't pay that, let alone 3 times that. You know what I mean? So it's crazy good, but I would have just gotten 2 ml just to get the experience. When it's something really expensive, I'm cool with just getting the experience so I can get it in the memory bank, spend enough time with it to get it in the memory bank so I can be versed on the fragrance in the event it's a discussion. Very informative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So XXX is a very funky musk. The recent batch is more about leather and woods, though. It's not just like animalistic musk. See, Dennis gets it. It's phenomenal. It's just super expensive. It's phenomenal. Oh, man. Let's see. Damn, I'm really late. Catch the replay. Yeah, because I'm signing off. I only did longer because George ended up jumping on right before I signed off. Got my nose on your fragrance. Been waiting way too long for my liking. So I hope you enjoy, but because I have two. Well, they're discontinued. Business Over Pleasure has been discontinued for like 2 years, but Evening Mystique sold out and discontinued in January. But if you can get your nose on them, I hope you enjoy them. Actually be Evening Mystique. No regrets. Normally a whore for a great value. Solid clones, dupes, and just got good deals. I appreciate that, Keith. If you're earning pro athlete level money, 1,800 is basically, yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing for pro athletes. I've never tried it. I'm not familiar with it. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you, Kevin. I'm sorry. But on Kevin, because as of right now, it's the last comment, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for coming hang out and spend some time. Thank you, George, for coming to stop by for a little bit. It was great to have you on for a little bit, get some updates. It's always a great conversation. Bring that positive energy here on the channel. It's always welcome. And check out today's video if you guys haven't yet. Tomorrow is probably going to be a double video day. So be on the lookout for those. So that'll be 8 and 11 Central will be the release of those 2 videos. So make sure you got notifications turned on. So hopefully YouTube will let you know when the videos drop. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Tomorrow we'll be sniffing some decants, Gucci Guilty Elixir, Plum and Cognac, stuff like that. Narcotic Delight. I'm getting asked about. Shout out to Randy for sending that my way. But we're going to do some decant sniffing tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in live stream. Y'all have a good one.